Alright guys, just wrapped up this 2021 Silverado Trailboss. It's got the 7 to 9 McGaughy's. It's called the 7 to 9, but it can go up to 9.5, and that's what we have this one set at. Running on 26 by 14 Archon Caesars, black and milled finish, 38, 13, 50, 26 Fury MTs. And this thing is a beast. That black and white combo really kills it. These wheels and tires look massive on this truck. As you can imagine, there's a good bit of trimming for this one. Got the McGaughy's upper control arms. You're going to need these if you're going to set it at 9.5. Really anything past 8 you're going to want these. So as far as the trimming goes, we move the bumper forward 3/4 of an inch, trim the corner of the bumper, trim your lower plastic here. So we've trimmed the bumper here, trimmed the plastic here, trimmed the plastic through here. On the back, we've done a mud flap delete. These are the Rough Country mud flap delete kits. Now we also still have to trim the sheet metal that goes behind this. Let's see if I can get you in here to show you this a little bit better. So there's some sheet metal that's in here normally that we normally trim out, and then the mud flap delete is also trimmed to match, and then your inner liner through here is trimmed. So a good bit of trimming on this one. I'll show you some more of that in a moment. This is the black and stainless steel accents. Just come with the full struts, matching rear shocks. And you're going to see that you've got the rings that come on this strut. So if I can get you in here for that. So these rings here are how you set the different ride heights. Really slick looking front cross member with a gloss black and stainless steel accents. So even at 9.5, the angles aren't too bad. We also changed the Z71 badges to go with that black and white theme. This truck had previously had some exhaust work done on it. We did not do that. You'll see that you're going to have different shims that are bolted within the spring pack, and that's how you change the rear ride height between the 7 to 9. At this ride height, we've used all the shims that come in the kit along with the rear blocks. Now, for whatever reason, McGaughy sends these U-bolts unpainted. We always paint them before installing them. It just looks nicer and keeps them from rusting. So, as I mentioned before, the Chevrolets have a lot more tire clearance than what you're going to get on the GMC. So this would not be a setup that I would want to try on a GMC. We've done this same size lift and the same modifications as far as tire clearance, and the biggest that we've been able to do is a 14 wide with a 37-1350, just for reference. So just to show you a little bit about what goes into trimming these, this has to be trimmed off. Mud flaps are removed. This is going to be the back inside of the fender that's trimmed out. You're going to have your brackets that are on the back side of the fender that are removed. This holds your rear liner. Once it's trimmed, they're no longer needed. These are going to hold your front plastics. Once that's trimmed, these are no longer needed. And then miscellaneous plastic bits that are trimmed out. So as you can see, there's lots of trimming that takes place on this, but if it's done right and you take your time with it, it can look like that. And if you walked up to this truck, you wouldn't think much about it being trimmed, but you are able to now clear 38 1350s on 26x14 lock to lock without rubbing. The goal is always to trim as low as possible and still try to make it look as clean and unnoticeable as possible. All right, guys, it's going to be it on this one. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.